I have here with me today Jasmine Simmons and Charles Stokes. The two of you have been together for 5 years. You have a child together. Now you are trying to decide whether or not you want to get married. You have some issues. You're not really sure, so you came to see me. You gave me your marriage license, which you've given me permission to tear up should I think this union is ill-advised, or to give back to you with some advice. You took my compatibility test, and I have the responses here. But before we get to any of that, Ms. Simmons, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me why you're considering marrying him but aren't so sure?
I'm considering marrying him because he's my best friend. I'm in love with him. I adore him. He's an awesome father. He's an awesome man. He's a great provider. But I do have my issues. I do have my speculations. And most of them stem from when we first met, because when we first met, we didn't start dating as a traditional couple would start dating. We started out as friends with an understanding that we would just be friends, and every now and then we
Get
would
a little something.
Yes. Yes. And it was okay. That was an understanding because we were both younger, and I was still in school. I was still completing my undergraduate degree, and he had just gotten out of a relationship. So it was an understanding then. But now he's a completely different person, or so it seems, that he's a family guy, and he doesn't want to be the charming Charles that he was when we first met. He doesn't want to be the ladies' man. He wants to be a family man. But still in the back of my head, I still have those days of when we were just friends, and he was, you know, doing all these things to other women, and it scares me that it could happen to me too.
Let me ask you a question. You seem to indicate that he's changed, that he's become more of a husband-father figure. So why do you find that disconcerting?
Because you never know. I know how he was when we first met. And
How was he when you first met?
I mean, he was extremely charming. Extremely charming. He could get any girl that he wanted, and he got every girl that he wanted, including me. And I'm just scared because he still has some of those ways. He still smiles at everyone. And
have you ever caught him cheating? Has he ever been in a suspicious circumstance? Or
he's been in suspicious circumstances. I can't say I've caught him red-handed. He has been in certain circumstances that would make me think.
You're not quite sure he was doing the right thing.
Went either.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to blow my fuse over here, bro. I'm about to blow my fuse over here. You sitting up, man, this man had changed, family, man. Well, ladies, I love y'all. I love y'all, I do. But we grow up, we get older, we mature. It's not like our brains stop at 14. Our brains and all that don't stop at 14. First thing she said is that he grew up and he grew out of it and he taking care of the family. Then what's the problem? What's the problem? I don't think that should be an issue. Like, okay, fine, cool. When I was 14 or 15, that's a grown hairline receding, going back a little bit. You know what I mean? Couple creditors then called you. You might have some shit in the national debt collection. That's a grown man. It's a grown man right there. Treating him like he's 14. Y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill, bro. Cause my thing. Let's see.
Jealous. What do you say? Does she have a reason to be jealous?
I say the most part because of the past and how we started off as a, just a friends with benefit type situation. I think that's why she's.
But you never lied to her, though, because you were friends with benefits, so she understood she wasn't the only woman in your life, correct?
Right. I think just because her feelings just grew faster, but then, she started, liking me more than I probably intended to like her.
Oh,
and
okay.
I thought we were just casual friends.
So she fell in love first, and so you were still going by the old agreement, and your heart had gotten involved. Is that an accurate reflection of what happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That's how that worked. I'm glad she said that, because that's how that worked. I don't care what you say, what you agree with it, what you like or what you don't. Somebody's feelings going to get involved. Y'all going to be friends with benefits, friends with whatever you want to call it. You can call it friends on friends with friends that ain't friends. You can call it what you want to, but it ain't going to be friendly when somebody catch feelings and that other person don't have feelings. That's not going to be friendly. I tell you, bro, man, don't play with it. Don't play with it, man. I'm just for real. I'm for real, bro. That's all right.
All right. Let me ask you, what concerns you about her? What makes you want to pause on this relationship?
Mainly is because I feel like she flirts a lot.
Uh-huh.
She has a big flirtatious problem. She does these things with her eyes and look at you, and she smiles as well. And a situation where we was at, at a club or incidents, and she was eyeballing this guy, and I just felt, maybe feel insecure about the situation. So same way she looked at me, I felt the same way. So I was like, hey.
Is that it? I mean, I gotta say, is that it? Because that's an easy fix. We can go home right now. Now, Ms. Simmons, I'm going to talk to you about the order of business. You had friends with benefits, you had a baby, then you fell in love, and now you can't figure out whether or not you want to get married. My question to you is this: what happened once you found out you were pregnant? What changed? What didn't change?
I think that once I found out that I was pregnant, I was embarrassed. It was shameful to be pregnant and not, married. And we weren't on the same page at all. He didn't believe that I should continue with the pregnancy. And I mean, initially it made sense, but when I thought about it more, I just couldn't do it.
Right.
And so from that point on, we didn't talk my whole pregnancy because we just could not come to a compromise. We could not.
You stopped talking to her because she continued on with the pregnancy?
Yes, and we just weren't talking. We just couldn't agree to match up what she wanted, and versus, she was in school, we just couldn't agree to anything. So we just kind of got attitude with each other and just stopped talking.
Wow, were you concerned about her? Were you worried? She's out there alone, pregnant with your child. You guys met in church.
Right.
I mean, it's not like she was just some chick on the corner. You were in the building praising God together. You knock her up.
Well, at the time, we were just casually dating, so I didn't know if, I was the only guy at the time, so I was, kind of scared. And
So you
curious.
weren't sure if it was yours?
Right. I was scared.
Are you sure now?
Yes.
How did you get sure?
Took a test, of
Took a
course.
DNA
Yes,
test? Okay. And then did he act right?
Well, he fell into the father role pretty, automatically after he met
Right.
Maddie when she was about.
Do you have a picture of the
3
baby? I love looking at babies.
Yeah.
She's adorable.
Thank you.
And y'all look good with her.
God damn it, clap. Y'all like the video. The audience acting like they stubborn, stuck up. God damn it. This is what we gunning for. If you're not gunning for this, you might as well click off the video. You might as well get off the video right now, bro, because I'm telling you, this is the motivation. This the motivation right here, bro. I'm telling you, it ain't nothing like it. It ain't nothing like it in this universe, in this world, on this planet. I promise you, bro. I promise you, bro.
So how did he respond once the baby arrived?
It's like he was a different person. Before I was pregnant, I knew Charming Charles, the player, the ladies' man, and then afterwards he was just, once he met her, he was just like daddy of the year. And I didn't really know how to accept it. I didn't know how to put my hurt aside and let him be there how he wanted to be there.
So tell me what he did once he realized how hurt you were.
He apologized and, he said he's making his life mission to be there for us as much as he can in an attempt to make up that time. But in reality, you can't.
Okay.
That hurt is going to always be there. It's always going to, when I look at my daughter and I think about my pregnancy, it's not a happy feeling. It's not.
You get that part right, Mr. Stokes.
Yes, ma'am.
You get that part. Now, I'm going to ask you about what happened right afterwards. I understand you two moved into a living arrangement that was less than perfect.
Yes.
Why don't you tell me what was going on and why you ultimately ended up leaving?
Well, I originally came down to, of course, be with my daughter and try to take that ownership that I agreed to do. And her family member didn't like me at the time. I felt like she was feeling the same pain that she was feeling, so she was taking that on me as well. So she was ignoring me. She wasn't trying to talk to me at all. We had a cookout, and we went to the cookout, and she hit me, and we got in an altercation with that, and I felt like Jasmine wasn't trying to have my back at all in that situation. I felt like, as my woman, you should have my back, regardless of everything we should do.
Let me tell you the problem that you had in that circumstance. You just emotionally beat the living daylights out of her when you vanished for the most 9 difficult months of her life. And she's not going to forget it tomorrow Like,
Right.
and she has her back, just like you want her to have your back, her family members have her back. So what happened was, just because you decided to show up, those feelings just don't dissipate all of a sudden. They're still there. You know, she was there every night when she cried and when she hurt and when she went into labor. That family member was there, and you were nowhere to be seen. Now you pop up when the baby's out, and it's all happy. Not like that. And I'm just explaining what happened. You know, I'm not mad at you, but I'm telling you why everybody else was.
I get that, but what I don't understand is you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. They say, all right, cool. We just recap. We friends with benefits. She get pregnant. He say, I don't know if it's mine. You figure it out, whatever. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. But then once you find out that the child is yours, you start coming around. That's not enough. You don't come around. That's not enough. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. It's like, ladies, no, I don't. I'm not going to lie. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's like, yo, we don't get no fucking handbook with this shit neither. They don't give us no handbook with it. They'll, all right, well, you got to make sure this, that. No, that's not the way that it is. So I think we kind of got to ease up off the fellas on that one. Y'all got to ease up off that one. And again, I'm going to say this to be crystal clear. No, I do not agree with that. If get in the house, shut the door, do what you gotta do for her, rub her feet, make sure that she don't waddle into a goddamn wall or something like that, make sure she's asleep, then keep it pushing. That's my best advice. But again, that's what he did. That's what he decided to do. That's his decision. But after the fact, once you do start doing what you feel as though is right and what you're supposed to do, it's not enough, bro. It's not enough, bro. And it's like, God damn. I don't like it. I don't like that. I don't like that.
So, Ms. Simmons, you say your main concern is that you think he is in love with the idea of being a family man, but not really prepared for what it takes. Why don't you explain that to me?
Well, I think that he has this picture of a perfect family in his head and what a perfect family is supposed to be. And we both come from single parent households. So we kind of share that idea where I don't want to raise my child in a single parent home. And he wants it so bad, but sometimes I think that we're in the honeymoon stage right now and things are good and, you know, I still look good and I still dress nice. But in 5 or 10 years, when I've had another baby or two and maybe I don't look as good and maybe I don't get dressed up and put on makeup, is he still gonna want to be married if that's not, like, if in 5 years it isn't what it is right now?
That's 5 fucking years. We got 5 years to figure it out. Why are you worried about what's happening in 5 years? We need these next 5 minutes to matter. Stay in the situation. Live in the moment, ladies. Be in the moment. She gone. She's gone. What you mean? What do you mean in 5 years? That's just like, what about me? What about me? What if in 5 years they goddamn, I gotta, whatever, bro. I'm not gonna say it's gonna recede, bro. I ain't gonna say. I start losing the side. What if in 5 years my side start coming up? 5 years, you know what I mean? This eye right here, no, my right eye right here might get a little bit lazier or something like that. Like, goddamn. What if in 5 years you've been going to the gym and then you lost 100 pounds? I don't like her. I don't like the way that she think. She gotta chill. You gotta chill. I understand and I get, life and this is how it go. But it ain't no noble answer for this one. She gotta chill, bro. She gotta chill. What if in 5 years? God damn.
He still understands what the unity of marriage is and that it's not just a show.
Mr. Stokes, what is your response to her concern?
I feel like I definitely show her a husband material role. I mean, I pay most of the bills. I'm hardworking. I'm definitely showing her the way a man's supposed to be doing in the household. I don't see why she feel like that.
Do you know that doesn't address at all what she's just said? She said she's afraid that's what you're doing. You have an idea of a man and a household, and that's what you're looking forward to, that you're not so enamored and in love with her that she is the woman for you, even if things start to shift, bubble up, and roll over. So what she's saying is you're in love with the idea of being a family man, but not truly in love with her. Do you care to address that? Get this one right, Mr. Stokes. I'm rooting for you.
Hold up now. She not a part of the family? She not a part of the family? That's what I don't get it. I don't get it, bro. And I'm not gonna stop pausing the video because I don't understand. I don't understand. What man? What more do she want from me? Doug is going to work, coming home, being with her, being with the children. What else am I? He gotta build a nation, bro. He gotta build a nation. He gotta build a small country somewhere, something like that. God damn. I ain't letting my dog go out, man. I got you, bro. I got you.
Come on. You can do it.
Of course I love her. I mean, of course I care about her. I think she's beautiful every day. I tell her that every day. I mean, if I didn't feel like that, I wouldn't be here trying to this day, trying to make sure we get that correct.
Well, listen, I'm gonna come to you in a second. I'm gonna start with her and ask about, give me a full-blown, full-throttle pitch on the love. You're gonna go second, so you're gonna have a little time to think and get it right, okay? Ms. Simmons, like I said, I'm gonna start with you, and I'm gonna give you 90 seconds for you to tell me why Mr. Charles Stokes, not just because he's your baby daddy, but is the man that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Go.
I adore him. I think he's an awesome person. He's my best friend. He's the easiest person to talk to in the world. Sometimes I forget that he's my boo thing, and I can talk to him like he's just like my best friend. I think he's an awesome father. I love the way that he is with our daughter. He's a great provider. I just adore everything about him. He's very handsome. He's good to look at.
Good to look at. All right.
I just love him. He's outgoing. He's funny. He's just, if I had to replace my best friend, it would be him. If it was just me and him on the island for the rest of our lives, I would be okay.
Oh, you gotta build an island, bro.
Uh-oh, Mr. Stokes. The bar has been set fairly high, and we're all now looking at you. So you got 90 seconds to get somewhere near where Ms. Simmons just went with her a profession of love for you. Go.
First of all, I think she's an amazing mother. I think she does a great job with our daughter. She's a great listener. She motivates me sometimes where sometimes I feel like I'm not a bigger person, and she shows me that I'm capable of doing things that my family member haven't done before. She's a good leader. She's just gorgeous. I mean, she done said everything.
But there's a whole different set of things that you could say, the things that you love about her. I see what your problem is. I get your problem completely. I don't think he gets it, but I know what it is. Let me tell you what her problem is. The things that you described about her were she was good in the role that you've got her cast in, as opposed to she's the woman that just stopped my heart and stunted your growth and made you just want to be with her. She's fulfilling the roles as the good wife, and she's going to cook and clean and the baby, and she's almost a fungible commodity. Any chick willing to do it will do. If you cared about somebody, I don't care if you were ready to have the baby or not, it would have mattered to you that she was at her lowest point in life, pregnant, unmarried, in the church, and alone. And wow, I would feel for her if I just met her and she was like that. And I think she's afraid that that speaks to your feelings about her, and that the fact that the baby showed up and you liked the baby, you said, oh, looks like a gig I want to do. It's not, wow, she was really the one I wanted. That's her concern, and that is her fear. Can you address that at all?
Yeah, I mean, you know I love you, and I'll always be there no matter what, and I always will be. And just want you to know that regardless, everything we go through. So.
Now, some men just aren't articulate about it.
You gotta keep it 100, young buck. You can be articulate, non-articulate, whatever. But you dig deep. Fourth quarter. It's the fourth quarter, bro. You gotta stand up. You gotta look at. Fuck the podium. I'm moving the podium, bro. Knocking the podium over. Hey, young man, you can hold on, judge. Hold on. I got to get this off my chest. But I'm not going to get too far away from it. You just got to be honest with her, bro. I get the fact, okay, you love the fact that she's a wonderful mother, but what about her? What qualities does she have? Is she creative? Do she like to draw? Do she dress nice? Do she dress well? Her OCD, cleaning the same dish twice over is a good running joke that y'all have. I enjoy spending time with her family as well. Getting to know her hobbies. Give me something. Give me some. She intelligent. She went to school. She read 1,000 books and all of that, bro. You gotta give me some, dog. You gotta give me some. And I get it. I get it. Some, you just can't articulate it. I get that and understand that, but it's the fourth quarter. It's the fourth quarter because how I think about it, bro, is once you get checked out, once you check out mentally, but just sound like that's like, I don't think that she all the way checked out, but she getting checked out because she like, damn, like, all right, do he really like me for me? And I can relate to that. Like, damn, do you really, you like me for the person I am, or am I just filling a role? I respect that. And again, for the 1,000th time, I'm not saying that him not sticking around. I do not agree with that at all. So please chill on me in the comment. But like I was saying, bro, it's the fourth quarter, and I'm gonna end it off like I always say, bro. Everything has an expiration date. Everything has an expiration date. Yeah, you good, making money and all of that stuff. And I'm like, shit, what else you want me to do? What else you want me to do? But it's some more. You gotta build our island. You gotta build our island, bro. But I'm gonna say this again, and then I'm gonna tie it up, bro. If she worth it, you're gonna build 3. If she worth it, you're going to build 3. Y'all remember that picture that I showed y'all in the beginning of the video with the fat? Yeah. Everybody get their own island, man.
And you can't judge what's in his heart by what comes out of his mouth. And I've got to be able to give you that because it's like that sometimes. It's difficult for some people to articulate the nature and depth of their love for you. So I don't want you to be just floored by his ineptitude at this particular point in time. Now, you both took a compatibility test. There wasn't much in there that I didn't already know. You pretty much spoke cleanly and clearly about yourselves in your paperwork. I think she's kind of hit the nail on the head with her concerns. One thing I do want to point out, when I asked you what 5 things were wrong with you, you said you were short and insecure. First of all, I don't know. I don't see short, but, maybe, but I'm 5'1", so what do I know? I do believe you are insecure. And insecure is a difficult thing to live with because insecure is the weak state of being, and it doesn't weather storms very well. I'm going to put that out there. That's number 1. Second thing I'm going to say is being committed to the idea of being in a marriage and being committed is not the worst thing in the world to start a marriage with. Everybody wants, sunshine and rainbows and all this. We are so hot in love. I want to be that way, and don't have any idea what a marriage is, and is not looking to do what is committed. I know a lot of couples, 60, 70 years married, that was like, look, we were on the same path, going in the same direction. We wanted the same thing. We got together, and then we grew in love in a way that sustained the marriage. And that used to be how all marriages worked. You know what I mean? People would be put together and learn to love. So don't let that in and of itself make you feel badly. I think, Mr. Stokes, what you need to do is to woo this woman. I think you need to court her. I think you need to convince her for a couple of reasons. Number 1, it will teach you to focus on someone other than yourself, because I think you have difficulty doing that. You see your daughter as part of you, but you see her as her mother, and I want you to see her as that wonderful woman that you want to be with. So if somebody asked you to give me a 90-second sales job on her, you can say something other than, I love you, okay? The second thing is she needs to have that pain dealt with. That was a tough thing that you did to her. I don't know if she's all the way over it or not, but you owe her. And if he woos appropriately, go on and marry him. But make him woo. You know what I mean? Make him. And you should. You want to, don't you? You're killing me, Mr. Stokes. You're just killing me. Just choking me, just all the air. I'm just finding it hard to breathe. Show the woman some passion. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Show her some care. Don't just nod your head.
Yes, ma'am.
Go over and kiss the woman or something. You're scaring me. I'm not going to give you a wet marriage lesson right now, but woo her and you make him. This matter is adjourned.